Sorry YouTube, I'm back. I actually pressed the wrong button, so I fixed that. My pause button and my stop button are right next to each other, so I sometimes get them confused. But I just fixed that right now. Wow, my mana's low. And I defeated all the skeleton pirates, so yeah.
Thanks for clearing the way, young wizard. I should be able to make it back all right.
Thanks for checking on me. Tell Private Connolly I'm doing well.
Yeah, now you guys will see what I'm doing better.
You have returned with the fairy dust. Please give it to me so that I can investigate the reason for their corruption.
Lady Oriole looks visibly shaken.
They have been enchanted by something that is undead. This does not bode well. How has evil become so brazen in this place? These are dark times indeed. I have heard that someone has hung bone cages along the street. I fear these are being used to trap my fairies and corrupt them. Please, you must free the captured fairies from those horrible bone cages before they become corrupted. Go quickly, my friend.
And now you will figure out what happens that spins everyone around like that whenever someone comes by.
You hear a tiny, joyful voice call your name.
When this fairy appears, it pulls everyone towards her so she can talk. That's why it changes the name of it. Just in case some people didn't know.
Thank you for helping out the fairies. They did not mean to be evil, but the corruption made them do bad things. Now there is hope again, and the fairies will be able to bring magic and cheer to the people of Wizard City once more. Thank you, young wizard.
We thank you, young wizard. The freed fairies have already told me of your heroism. Your deeds will be remembered here on Unicorn Way. And to show my appreciation, here is a healing spell. Remember to add it to your deck so it will aid you in your time of need. We must find out who is behind the corruption. My fairies whispered of a monster whose bones made a clacking sound as it came for them. Sarah Nightchant knows Unicorn Way very well. He will know if there is a sinister skeleton that now haunts my street.
Glad to hear Orion is doing well. Say, can you check up on someone else for me? I usually see Dorothy out shopping by now, but I fear she's too afraid to leave home.
The one I have right now is better for this.
She's just down the road a bit, and she usually keeps her lights on. She doesn't like all the lost souls roaming around. Can't say that I blame her.
Too much work, too little XP.
Lady Oriole sent you to investigate the corruption of the fairies? I will gladly tell you what I know. When the dark fairies began to show up, I had suspected Lady Blackhope, but even she has never tried to enchant fairies before. Then the fairies gave report of a skeleton? Of course! Who else could it be but Rattlebones? Since I grew up here, I know a lot. I do not know yet what Dark Master has aided him, but Rattlebones has taken over my old friend Delia's tower. Find him in the tower and stop him from making any more cages. Please, do what you can to save the fairies.
Alright, I'll help. Anyway, I have to end this quest.
Oh, bless you, child. We owe you a debt of gratitude.
You cannot stop us, Wizard. The corruption of the fairies is just the beginning of Malistair's plans. Soon Wizard City will fall, and there isn't anything anyone can do about it.
I already beat like 3 of you, or at least 5 of you, in skeletons. You think I'll have a problem for one more? Bring it on. Let me take away your little friend first. You were not that hard. Well, you were. But you're still technically not the boss.
Oi, mate! It looks like you just found something really unique. Well done! You defeated a boss monster.
Again, it was not a boss monster. It said elite on the top, not boss. Usually the boss monsters say boss. This is the only one I ever saw that says elite, and some people are saying it's a boss, but it says elite. I know it's weird. Maybe they made a mistake or something.
Boss monsters drop unique treasure, so you might want to fight them multiple times to see what you get.
You did it! Now the fairies will sing again! You bested that wretched skeleton Rattlebones! I wish that was the end of our troubles in Wizard City, but I'm afraid a more sinister evil is still out there.
Well, whoever it is, I'll take them all down.
Thanks to you, Wizard, Unicorn Way is in less danger than it was. But we are still not out of the dark woods yet.
Anyway, you gave me a new wand, so now I promise that I'll use this wand to kill whoever's behind this in Wizard City. And let's see, you
You should report our progress to Headmaster Ambrose. The news about Rattlebones may help him determine what doom has come to Wizard City.
Oh goodness, I forgot to mention the Go Home button. In Wizard City, all students have the ability to return to their castle or dorm at any time. You will need to wait a short time between uses though. The Go Home button is located in the lower right corner of the world map, or under your compass. You can use either button anytime to go to your dorm or castle, as long as you aren't in combat.
Oh, congratulations, young wizard. I hear that you have found a solution to the fairy corruption. Unfortunately, Wizard City is not out of peril just yet. All is at risk.
You tell the headmaster what Rattlebones told you.
So, Alistair has designs on bringing Wizard City to its knees, eh? This does not bode well. We will still need to be on guard, lest his evil plans succeed. Thank you for all you have done, young wizard. My apologies for the excitement, young wizard. There are forces at work, making things disorderly. Welcome now to the Ravenwood School of Magical Arts, young wizard. Now, on to your enrollment. There are 7 magic instructors here in Ravenwood. You should visit each of them to get to know them better. You can use your compass to find the Ravenwood Tunnel. The main schoolhouses are there circling the great tree, Bartleby. Potion flasks, like the one I just gave you, can be used to replenish your health and mana without returning to a non-combat area. If your potion flask runs out, you can replenish it by playing mini-games in the fairgrounds. Oh, and most importantly, make sure they are completely full, with a top on them, or you cannot use them when you need them.
Congratulations! You have just earned your first badge. Each badge will give you a title that you can proudly display below your name tag. If you have multiple badges achieved, then you can choose which one to display by opening your character sheet and clicking on the one you wish to show. Not every title is as easy to gain as the one you have gotten. Good luck in the tougher challenges.
Jolly good to meet you, new student. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Arthur Weathersfield. I'm originally from Marleybone, which is a much different world than this. As a lad, I was always interested in magic, but they don't practice magic in Marleybone. When I got older, I spent many years studying here in Ravenwood. But for the past 10 years, I've been in Crocotopia. I came back to train students in a form of magic called sorcery that deals with the balance of all things. It is more advanced than the other schools and harder to master, but its power is unbelievable. Come by later if you want to learn more. Cheers!
Oh yeah, they gave me a mount. I better equip it, or it'll just go to waste. Alright, so they gave me a new wand and a new mount. Now, I think they gave me some shoes or something. Yeah, this one. It'll be better.
Ah, a new student! Welcome to the School of Storm, also known as Divination. For those who have chosen to master this magic are known as Diviners. I am Professor Halston Baelstrom, Master Inventor. Oh yes, and Professor of Storm Magic. Who can master the power of the Storm Lords in the seas? Anyone who can harness their creativity. You look like a smart one. Check back when you're ready to start learning how to release your inner thunder!
It was worth a shot.
History of the School of Storm. Before time as we know it, there existed the Tritons. They shared the universe with the dragons and giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this as well so people will know what kind of history about magic is there. And ironically, if you read one, the others don't make sense. You'll see.
The Tritons ruled the seas and kept peace in the world. That is, until the dragons and giants began to scheme. When the attack happened, the Tritons were ready. They refused to fully destroy their enemy and so fell into slumber as their price for mercy. Today, the storm elements still exist. Even now, the more potent storm magic holds fire and ice at bay. Under the guidance of Professor Halston Baelstrom, great reforms have been made, formalizing many spells. The colors chosen for diviners are purple and yellow, while the amethyst has been adopted as the gemstone.
Alright, so that's something you should know. Now, first you may think this kind of makes sense. Now, let's read the ice one after we talk to the ice teacher. And coincidentally, the ice teacher is really nice.
Welcome, dear. I am Lydia Greyrose, your ice magic professor. Ice magic, or thaumaturgy, is not for the impatient or flighty. My goodness, no. You'll need to study hard to learn ice magic, but I'm sure you will be great at it. And I'll always offer a hand if you need it. Come see me later when you are ready to begin your lessons. You have much to learn from ice.
History of the Ice School. In the beginning, there were the giants, who were great in power and ruled the air. After the Great War with the dragons and the Tritons, the giants went into a state of stasis. But their powers still inhabit our world, and it is from this that ice magic derives its basis.
But if you get close enough to see what it says in the book, it's all the same. It starts with a W and then just boxes.
And because it is derived from the giants, ice magic will always be more powerful than that of fire and storm. As for today's school, much progress has been made in the teaching of ice under the tutelage of Professor Greyrose. Under her watch, many new and powerful spells have been added to the school's compendium. Light blue and white were adopted as the school colors, and the gemstone chosen to represent all thaumaturgists is sapphire.
Hello. Welcome to the School of Fire. I'm Madame Falmea. Oh, yes. You're a new student here. You definitely have that spark about you. Here, I instruct students how to be powerful pyromancers. But fire can be quite dangerous. We must not be rash, lest we destroy that which we mean to achieve. Come see me after you have finished your tour. I'm always up for fanning the flames so students can learn more about pyromancy.
Now let's read the book.
History of the Fire School. In the days of yore, there dwelled the giants, the Tritons, and the most powerful of all, the dragons. For many eons, there was peace. That is, until the Tritons and the giants began to bicker on trivial matters. Finally, war broke out between the two sides, and the dragons became involved as the universe was threatened. In order for there to be peace, the dragons used their great power to stop the war, and the world became dormant and silent. Though the dragons now sleep, fire magic, the most powerful of magics, comes from the essence that dragons released into fire and magma. As for today, the school has become more formal and organized under Professor Falmea. All pyromancers should know that the school colors are red and orange, while the gemstone is the ruby.
Have you come looking for the Death School? Well, you found where it used to be. This gaping chasm is all that is left after it was torn from Ravenwood. It is said that Malistaire, the Death Professor, caused it to disappear. I'm not sure what happened to the school, but you'll find many rumors around town about it. Oh, I'm Malorn Ashthorn. I don't mean to boast, but I used to be one of Malistaire's top students. Now, I'm about all that's left, so I try to teach the new students. So if you want, I can teach you some death spells or necromancy. If you're up for it, stop by anytime.
Let me guess. Another conjurer want-to-be taking the Ravenwood tour? How quaint.
Hey, I don't want to be a conjurer. I'm a necromancer.
Professor Drake shakes his head in frustration.
I wish they would send us some adept pupils for once. Well, if you wish to attempt to learn some myth spells, come back later and I will see how well you pay attention. Now, leave me alone.
Myth is imagination. The power of the mind and everything it can create drives the myth arts. It is illusion, dreams made real. If you can conceive it, you can bring it forth, bring it to life.
Well, what I think is wrong with Cyrus Drake is, well, he knows about myth. He knows what's real and what's not. So there's no imagination for him. And when imagination is gone, you become like that. So if you ask me, if you have a big imagination, be thankful.
Wizards of the myth school, known as conjurers, use naming to summon beasts of legend by memorizing and calling out their true name. Myth dwells between fire and ice, for that is where the shadows lie, and myths are the shadowy forms of thought made real. The gemstone of the school is peridot. The school colors are yellow and royal blue.
Welcome, my dear young wizard. I am Mulinda Wu, professor of the School of Life. If you listen carefully to your surroundings, welcome, my dear young wizard.
Sorry.
I am Mulinda
I know you
Wu,
would
professor of the School of Life.
Anyway,
this school celebrates the living, evergreen power of creation and vitality. If you listen carefully to your surroundings, you'll hear life magic all around. Just a few notes can lift one's troubles, purify one's spirit, and restore life. Soon I will teach you how. Come visit me when you're ready to learn more.
Life is spirit, the force of awareness and existence. It is studied by those who embrace the power of all that is living and strive to perpetuate its life force. Life removes chaos from the world and creates order to make that which is self-sustaining. Inner peace and discipline are traits of all Thurges. On the triangle of magic, life sits between fire and storm, for the spark of life comes from those two forces. Under the leadership of Professor Wu, the school colors of green and brown have been adopted, representing the hues of nature. The brightly colored stone, known as jade, has become the gemstone of all Thurges.
Before I go back to Headmaster Ambrose, I wanna see something. The last part of the knowledge. What is the spiral? It should be in the library.
In the beginning, there was nothing but dragons, giants, and tritons. The dragons held dominion over the mountains and dwelt there with the fires and magma.
You can actually believe this more because this isn't a biased answer. This is just the history of the universe.
The giants ruled the air and built their city on the winds from the north. The Tritons held the seas as their domain and created a civilization under the waves. From these came the first schools of magic: fire, ice, and storm.
Well, that's why knowledge is power. You need to know what what your surroundings are so you can figure everything out. Anyway, when I'm gonna make my episodes come out even sooner from now on, and I'll finish this episode right now. See you soon.